White's pieces are dangerously close to black's king. With both rooks, bishops and the queen sniping the king, it is a very shaky position for black. However, white retreats their bishop to make way for the rook on f1 to have a more dangerous scope near the enemy king. But this is where the game take a major turn as black plays the blunder, pawn to c5, disregarding the safety of the king side for expanding the queen side. This blunder gives white a legendary opportunity that would shatter his opponent, because in this position, Sandor Boros as white plays his first brilliant move. Rook takes h7 check, sacrificing the rook. Now black has only two possible moves, to either take the rook or deny the sacrifice. If the sacrifice is denied with king to g8, it ends in misery for black as white plays the brilliant move. Bishop takes g6, sacrificing the bishop. If the bishop is taken, it ends with queen takes g6 check, and after black blocks with knight to g7, white checkmates black with queen takes g7, checkmate. So going back to rook takes h7 check, we now know that black can't deny the sacrifice, and with Laszlo Sabo as black, he accepted the sacrifice, not knowing what the future held for him. However, white is not done with their rampage, because in this position, white plays his second brilliant move. Rook takes f7 check, sacrificing another rook in a row. If black denies the sacrifice with king h8, white will play the brilliant move, rook h7 check, sacrificing the rook again. This sacrifice is one of attraction, as when it is taken, the king is lured to h7, where it is more vulnerable to attacks, as white plays queen takes g6 check. If white didn't play rook h7 first and played queen takes g6, there would be no check. And this gives black a chance to respond with more freedom and have a greater chance of not losing. For example, rook takes f7, preventing the imminent checkmate. So the whole purpose of the rook sacrifice was to attract the king to a square where black can only move their king, and not let any of black's pieces help save the king. And after king to h8, they are checkmated with queen h7, checkmate, supported by the bishop. So, going back to rook takes f7 check, white's second legendary sacrifice, we can see that black has no reasonable way to deny the sacrifice, so essentially they are forced to take. Now, white plays queen takes g6 check, supported by the bishop, leaving the king to flee to h8. White picks up the hanging rook, and black plays knight g5, attacking the queen. However, black overlooked the brutal e6 discovered check from the bishop on b2. Black blocks the check with pawn d4, leaving white with a dilemma. Both queens are under attack. Regardless, Boros as white took the queen with malice, leaving his queen to be captured. But now Boros's queen reigns again as pawn takes c8, queen check is played, leaving black down 11 points of material, and Laszlo Sabo resigned. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to check more of my epic chess content on my channel, or click the related video link for more content. Chesscadia out.